Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about self-care habits. Starting 2024, I started to watch a lot of videos about self-love and motivation and a more minimalistic lifestyle, and I really enjoy watching this type of content, and I also love bringing some of the content to my channel. I'd say without further ado, let's get into it and talk about point number one, which is a good night's sleep. Obviously, a good night's sleep is very beneficial for your well-being and for your health, but what I found that really helps me with a deep sleep are blackout curtains. I always used to sleep with sheer curtains that let through a little bit of light, and I always thought that I'm fine having those, but now as I switch to blackout curtains, it makes such a major difference. I sleep so much deeper and better that I can only recommend it if you don't have blackout curtains already. Another thing I find is that a heavy bedding makes all the difference for me. I know there is some studies behind that if you have a heavy bedding, it makes you feel more calm, especially if you have troubles with falling asleep or if you're an anxious person. And I can definitely tell that I sleep so much deeper and better. I feel like someone's hugging me when you have a heavy blanket, and then I use linen bedding on top of that, which is obviously very good to regulate the temperature of your body, but the fabric is also a little bit heavier than just like a light cotton one, which also just helps to make you feel more hugged by the blanket. So if you have never tried linen bedding, it creases a lot, which is probably the only downside, but if you can see past it, definitely try it. And it's really nice to have linen bedding in summer as well. And then another thing that helps me to create an environment that promotes a restful and rejuvenating sleep is to keep my bedroom tidy. I think I mentioned this in one of my previous videos that a tidy space is a tidy mind. It's just so much nicer to go to bed if you have a tidy bedroom and everything is put away. It just makes me feel much more calm, so I always try before I go to bed to pick up any washing and to put things away. Obviously you can't keep your bedroom 100% tidy and clean all the time, but if you just pick up things before bed every night and just put them away quickly, you don't even get to the point where things are piling up in the corner. The next thing on my list is a digital detox, and that is a thing that obviously a lot of people mention. Not looking at your phone, not looking at any of your screens is probably the number one thing we're all getting told, but I think what people don't really talk about is what the alternatives are, because we're also addicted to looking at our phones and to watch TV and to be on our computer. But then if you put them to the side and people tell us not to look at them, it can be quite hard to find alternatives to do. So to start, I just sat there and was like, what else can I do with my time? So what I started doing instead is more things with my hands. So in summer, if I have the option, I love to go out into the garden and do some gardening. I go to the garden center and buy new flowers, and just being outside and planting stuff and planting vegetables and fruit and then harvesting them in summer is such a rewarding feeling. It's so much fun. I have my whole balcony outside, which is full of tomatoes and vegetables, and it's such a good feeling to go out every side and pick the food that I've planted. So if you have a garden or a balcony, I definitely recommend doing that. Otherwise, obviously not everyone has the option to go into a garden. I started to do more crafts. I started doing embroidery. I also, instead of, for example, buying birthday cards, I'm doing my own birthday cards right now. Even if you can't draw, you can just print stuff and cut it out and stick it on some paper and just design your own little birthday card. I feel like a lot of people are scared of doing creative things because they don't think they are creative people, but you can still be creative without being able to draw or paint. Or you could buy something really simple like paint by number, I think it's called. But those little tasks just really help you to get away from your phone and give you something else to do in the meantime. If you are more of a social person, you could definitely see if there are any clubs around you in your area. There could be a book club, for example. There could be a running club. I know there's lots of charity projects that you could join instead. There's definitely a lot out there that you can do with your time that is probably more rewarding than playing Candy Crush on your phone. And that also leads me to my third point, which is no phone in the morning. That is definitely a point I personally still struggle with, because I'm in this habit of first thing in the morning, my alarm on my phone goes off and I turn it off and then take my phone and look at it. But I really consciously try to not do this anymore. I think the time in the morning, especially if you have a partner, is so special to wake up together and just to spend the start of the day together, have a little cuddle or talk with each other. Or if you have a pet and you let it into your bedroom, then definitely spend some time with your pet, or have a little notebook on the side of your bed ready to write some to-dos for the day, to plan and organize your day. Just really try to start your day right, with the right mindset, and just definitely off the phone screen. It's not necessary to look at your phone first thing in the morning. Another habit that I have that I really feel like keeps me healthier and motivated is walking. And this habit might come from a much deeper root. The amount of memes and videos that I saw where people say that the Germanic culture is obsessed with walking, and especially walking without having an aim of going somewhere.
I'm gonna go on a walk. Do you wanna come?
Sure, where to?
Just a walk.
Yeah, but
just a relaxing walk.
Yeah, but like to a bar or what?
No, just a walk.
Just walk?
A Spaziergang.
But why?
Every walk holds slender.
What? It's raining.
Yeah, and are you made out of sugar?
No.
My boyfriend always makes a joke that I'm like a dog that needs to be taken out on a walk every day to be happy and calm. And now as I think about it, it's so true. Honestly, I feel so much better when I've just been outside. Even if it's just 10 minutes around the block and coming back inside, I just feel better. So I definitely swear that walking just does wonders for you. The fifth thing on my list is to cultivate positive relationships. That means to surround yourself with supportive and positive people. And I'm not just talking about a love relationship here, I'm also including friends and family. I've definitely kept relationships alive in the past that have not been positive for me. And at some point in my life, I've made the decision to cut those relationships off. That honestly made such a difference to my life, to let go of people that had a negative influence on me or a negative impact on me. So as hard as it is to let people go, I think in the long run it's definitely the best decision you can make for yourself. On a more positive note, another habit that I started is to really indulge in skincare. As I'm turning 30 this month, and I don't even want to say it out loud, but yes, it's happening in 2 weeks and I'm a little bit scared. I've started to invest into a more quality over quantity approach when it comes to skincare. I really love products that help me to smooth and brighten my skin. And I recently also got into the habit of using more skin tools like gua sha that helps me with lymphatic drainage and releasing tensions in your muscles that build up throughout the day. I'm just really taking my time and enjoying the process. The day-to-day life can be so hectic, so it's just really nice to take this time out of your day and purely focus on yourself. And the final thing on my self-care habit list is taking time to cook. I know after a long day at uni or work, it can just be the easiest to order some takeaway and not really worry about cooking. But I actually feel like taking time out in the evening to cook really helps me to decompress from the day. I find cooking is such a comforting and calming process. I know not everyone's in the same boat here with me. My boyfriend does not find cooking decompressing. He finds it actually more stressful. But I find if you find some recipes that you can rinse and repeat and you know they work and they're easy to cook, you start to feel this relaxing feeling. And then obviously cooking then also helps you to eat healthier meals. And as I said, once you get into the habit and into the routine, cooking can be quite a fast, quick thing to do. And on top of that, what I started to do as well is every Sunday I put an hour to the side to do the lunches for my week. So again, I just take some time to prepare some healthy and fresh meals that I can take to work every week. I don't have to buy a lot of takeaways, which is A, much cheaper, and B, obviously so much healthier for you. So those were my 7 self-care habits that I have incorporated into my day-to-day life. Comment down below, what are your habits that made an impact on your life? I'd love to read about them. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!